Hello, everybody, and welcome back. We are now here with Electric Man 17 running Toy Story 2 Buzz Lightyear to the Rescue 100%. Take it away.
Thank you very much. Hello, everybody. My name is Electric Man, and today I've got a special game for you. It's going to be called Toy Story 2 Buzz Lightyear's Rescue 100%. This category, we're going to be collecting all the Pizza Planet, all 50 Pizza Planet tokens, and all 5 of Mr. Potato Head's power ups. And this is a very focused, heavy category, so I'm going to be getting some help from my commentator, Thermal Square. If you would like to introduce yourself, go ahead.
Hi, I just about called myself Electric Man. I am not Electric Man. I am Thermal Square. I am also a Toy Story 2 runner, and I have my coffee with me, so I'm ready to go.
All right, perfect. So we're gonna start this run at Andy's house with Al stealing
Let me
Woody.
know when to do the timer.
Okay, yeah. So we're gonna do timer. So I'm gonna do 3, 2, 1, 0, and on go we start. We're gonna start the timer. So I'm just gonna take a deep breath real quick because this very
You got this.
again. Thank you for leaving me Square Thermal. Okay. So 3, 2, 1, 0, go.
All right. So I guess I'll do kind of most of the talking because yes, this is a very focused, heavy run. So yeah, we're gonna be collecting all 5 Pizza Planet tokens in this level, like Electric Man stated. This game is kind of comprised of like sections. So there's 2 platforming levels and then a boss level. And this is obviously the very first level in the game, Andy's house. Probably the most reset heavy level in the game by far. First up is this boss token. This boss is actually very simple. Electric Man is hopefully going to
Oh my gosh.
charge up his laser fully, and then what a fully charged laser shot does is it equates to like 4 regular laser shots, and it'll do extra damage. So we're gonna do that a couple of times just to chip away at the boss, and then Electric Man will place himself in a specific spot to hopefully grab the Pizza Planet token as it spawns in to skip the token spawning animation, which is kind of a cool little trick.
Alright, it's a lot harder on PS1, but I've gotten pretty used to it. I always jump over. I always jump.
That's alright. There's nice backup with the chair there, but there's Mr. Potato Head's ear. We're going to be needing that for the most useless upgrade in the game, but we need it for 100%. After the boss, going to be doing some collecting of coins and some of the collectibles. I guess I'll explain that. So there's 5 tokens per level. There's a coin token in which you need 50 ham tokens to get that token. There's 5 collectibles that you need to collect throughout each level to get a collectible token, a hidden puzzle token, a race token, which Electric Man is doing right now, and a boss token. Fun thing about what Electric Man is doing here, the line on the ground, that is the starting line for the race, is kind of the like marker for as long as you come from behind that line, it'll count as a lap. So jumping off the car and coming from behind the starting line actually allows us to just cheese that very quickly.
First out of bounds, second. This is the only time you're going to see me out of bounds in the entire game. And this is going to be really annoying.
Yeah, this strat is a kind of a different strat from getting to the puzzle token. It is a viable strat. He is basically clipping into the staircase there to get to the puzzle token. Normally there's like a few large boxes that you have to push, but again, that is rather slow. You can
can't
show off the
shoot, you
Cosmic
can't
Shield.
spin, you can only jump once. That's how useless this power-up is.
Yeah. Technically, this power up is not used at all in the speed run because there are no you have enough health that places you have to traverse that technically require the shield don't matter.
Yeah.
So basement is done. Basically getting the puzzle token, the collectible, and then moving into the kitchen. Electric Man is going to be doing what is called spoon jump, jumping off a shadow box, which is like extra polygon or like polygonal polygons on geometry. That kind of thing will be used a lot throughout the run to do a lot of different skips. Looked like it went fairly well there, second try, which is really good.
Thanks, Buzz.
Going to Bo Peep, returning her lost sheep for the collectible token, and then going to be finishing up with collecting the last few coins and ending up on our good friend Ham, our greedy capitalist that keeps us from progressing unless we give him money. And that is Andy's house. One of the worst levels, but of course it has to be the first level. Second level is Andy's neighborhood. Are you going to be collecting all
five?
Okay.
All 5.
Collecting all 5. The only reason I asked that is on PC because we do loadless timing. It's actually faster to come back to this level and grab the race token later on. So these mounds here, Electric Man has to ground pound these, but he won't ground pound all of them because we'll be coming back to this area to collect the one collectible that's in that area later on, but we'll get to that. This race is also one that can be cheesed. Normally, you need the rocket shoes, which are unlocked later in the game. But as long as Electric Man stays in front of the RC car, and RC bumps into Buzz Lightyear, RC will kind of recoil and slow down, so it gives us enough time to progress through the race. And the checkpoints don't really matter.
Yeah.
You don't have to go through them specifically. You just have to hit certain triggers. That's how well programmed the game was at the time.
The triggers are the lamp, the cone, and the tree. All you have to do is go around them. But in the tree, there's also little splats. It doesn't matter if you take damage from them, but I'm jumping over them.
They're usually pretty out of the way and aren't much of a nuisance. But it looks like RC has been very nice. Looks like he's gonna do it. He's gonna do the dizzy strat out of this because this will allow him to grab the token a slight bit faster. So this is tech that's going to be used a couple times throughout the run. So the dizzy strat is essentially one of Buzz's attacks is you can fully charge a dizzy spin, and then at the end of it, Buzz gets like all dizzy and stays in place. And during cutscenes, that allows us to actually move during them once it's done. And it will be used a couple of times.
Oh my god! Why?
Don't aim for I was gonna say don't aim for the corner.
Just to grab it. Man, American.
So yeah, this puzzle token easily cheesable. Normally you need to inflate a rubber ducky, who is the one that makes bath time so much fun, and then ground pound it to get the token. But overlooked by the devs, you can just swing from that flagpole and easily get to the token. We're now coming to like one of the very big reset points is the tree. This is one that can really trip up a lot of new runners because there's a lot of precise platforming, and falling out of the tree usually kills a run, or you just lose a lot of time during the run. So we'll let Electric Man focus here and climb Lay Tree.
Look at it, I've gotten so good at this. I practically like mastered it.
So this boss is also cheesable. Basically, what happened is Electric Man stood just outside of the boss arena, and for some reason that basically gets rid of all the iframes of the boss, and you can just mash down the boss. Because normally when you shoot that boss, it goes into an invincibility state. I love you, Electric Man. Pretty pink candy jump support. The boss loses all iframes, and you can just mash down the boss easily.
And because I'm an idiot, I have to collect them.
So yeah, this is why he didn't mash all the mole holes, because we can come back to this very first area and collect the collectible on the way back. And that is Andy's Neighborhood. I personally like Andy's Neighborhood as a level. So now this is the first boss level. Bombs away. Pretty quick boss if you get the quick kill. It's just 3 fully charged laser shots. So there's 1, turn around, 2, and then 3. Easy. Losing it is easy to get tripped up on that sometimes, but pretty easy boss overall. Oh, this level.
Yes,
this level is something. Easily one of the most hated speedrun levels in the Toy 2 community.
Only for 100%.
Of this game.
80% I don't mind it.
Yeah, the big thing with this one is there are certain cycles that aren't consistent and they are RNG, and it can lose you a lot of time if the cycles are not cooperative.
Okay, like this first one coming up right here, the Glory Cycle.
So hopefully...
okay.
Alright.
One...
Going up to get the first collectible token. So now we're going to be entering art class. I want everyone to post what their favorite color is. My personal favorite is green, because green is the best color.
I like going fast, yeah, so I like violet.
Violet, let's go. A nice violet. We got some blues, we got some purples. We got gangrene, green gang.
There's beige.
We got a light bluish. Got some greens. I like it.
Blue, baby blue. It really. There's like practically unlimited colors.
So yeah, basically what is happening here? Just got to mix colors and match them up with the paint colors on the wall there, and that'll complete the puzzle token. Gangrene, yes. All right, so now we're gonna be coming up to the part where the cycles are introduced, and we're gonna praise that cycles are good because they can really suck. So it looks like you might. We'll see. Looks like cycles might be pretty decent.
You're never decent.
Well, it look from what I'm seeing, it looks like it might be pretty decent. Should be coming down on your way over there. But now it depends on the second one. Will the second one be in good position? Oh. Oh gosh, you just gave me a heart attack.
Oh, I'm pretty sure I gave everybody a heart attack.
Okay, chill out. Let's calm down here.
Let's
calm down here. It's fine. It's fine. We're good.
Let that one stop.
Okay.
For eternity.
This what they were okay cycles. That last platform stalled a little bit at the end there, but overall not terrible cycles. I would accept that for any marathon I was doing. So that's the cycles I was talking about. Sometimes the cycles are good, sometimes the cycles are bad. And this is the second level where we have to return one of Potato Head's body parts to him to unlock the second unlockable. This race, for some reason, Slinky needs some wrenches. We don't know why, but
they
maybe
never
he's gonna help
explain
with
it. But trust me, it's a video game.
yeah, video game logic. It never makes sense, but specific pathing to get all 5 of the wrenches, return them to Slinky, complete the race. Yeah, we never ask why, we just accept it. So earlier, Electric Man pushed a switch which unlocked a shortcut. In this part, we're going to be collecting just a bunch of coins to kind of fill up our coin count for Ham, and also returning Potato Head's eyeball so he can see with his angry eyes. And we're going to be unlocking the discs, which are necessary for fighting the boss, the jackhammer, in just a minute, which is one of the more annoying bosses in the level. And we're...
He doesn't give me too much trouble, but we'll see.
Knock on wood. Anyways, yeah, so just kind of doing some, not aimless walking, because we're doing specific pathing. So when Electric Man comes to where the shortcut is, it should be on its way down and should be able to hop on it as it gets.
Should be able to get this coin and then hop on.
Ooh, that is risky, but I will accept that. I never go for that one because I'm always too scared that I'm gonna miss the shortcut cycle. So after taking the shortcut, hopefully we'll be able to get to the boss rather quickly. Looks like the cycle should be good. Excellent. And then up at the top of the building is the jackhammer boss. Like I said, the discs are the only way to do damage to this boss. So that's why we need to unlock them in this level specifically. They will be used a couple other times during the run. You're giving me a heart attack here.
It's okay.
Just barely missed the token to skip the animation, but not a big
because like I said,
deal.
it's actually harder on PS1 because you actually have to double jump because the spawn animation takes a little bit longer.
Yep. So now Electric Man will fall down to a specific wheelbarrow to get the last collectible, return the coins to Ham, and then finish off Construction Yard by returning all 5 of the little tyke workers to the, I guess, leader. I can't think of the word, but
I'd say captain.
Crew manager of some sort. The person you return the collectible to. That guy. Single visit or no single visit?
No single visit, because we haven't found a single visit for PS1 only.
Single visit. So I won't really. I'll kind of get into it. This level technically, according to how the game was made, needs the grappling hook unlockable to get basically 2 of the tokens, because there's a collectible we need to get to and the boss, but we will come back to that later because Electric Man will be doing the race token here, which we can understand why Slinky would want 5 bones because he's a dog and dogs like bones. So collecting all 5, returning them to Slinky, collecting the token, and then moving on. Because, so I guess technically to beat a level, quote unquote, you only do need to collect 1 token to move forward. So that's why we only grab 1 there, and then Electric Man will be back to grab the rest. Slime time. Mash time. It's a mash fest.
Yep.
There's really not much to describe here. It's just pressing the laser fire button as fast as possible.
Yeah, if you see in my camera, that's how I mash.
That is a very interesting way to mash.
Yeah, it really helps.
Would not have thought about that.
It really helps with the arm.
Yeah, basically just, again, there is a green laser you can get, but green laser is actually kind of slow to get. As long as you can mash. Alice Toy Barn, single visit or no single visit?
Single visit.
Really?
Yep.
Okay, all right. I can appreciate this. I can appreciate this because single visit on this level is awful. especially on the PC version, which is the one I mostly run. But we'll get to that when I get to the part that sucks.
Yeah, but it's not too bad.
Yeah. Basically, the reason this one needs to be visited twice in terms of actually how the game was supposed to be played, you need to get a unlockable, which are the hover shoes, to get one singular collectible in the game. Yes, just one, no tokens, just one collectible. We do have ways of single visiting, so we only have to essentially visit the level once, which should be coming up here shortly.
Yep.
So again, I mentioned shadow boxes earlier. That's what we're going to be exploiting here, is a shadow box to get up to that specific collectible I was talking about earlier. Hopefully we can get it rather quickly.
That would be two.
So yeah, basically on like the corner of the vent there's a shadow box that should be able to be jumped off of.
5.
Getting up to the ledge that we need to get to.
7. Oh, 7 attempts. 8. 8's far. 9. 8.
Like I said, this trick sucks.
Everyone
Everyone hates it except Mr. Logout.
I was getting this consistently. I even got it first try. There we go.
There we go. So basically, this collectible up here is the one that
I could get it.
okay is needed with the hover shoes. The shadow box is kind of small and annoying. It's even smaller on PC, which is why everyone who runs PC hates it. But yeah, that is basically how we're able to single visit this level. This race actually gives us a ridiculously long amount of time to complete it. So we're going to be collecting a few extra tokens and getting Potato Head's next missing body part, his arm,
and
unlocking
the best power of the game.
And there's Potato Head. We're gonna return his arm.
It basically makes you go faster.
And there's the next collectible on top of the gumball machine. And now we're kind of going to do the level a little bit backwards, taking these rocket shoes to a vent that is technically only supposed to be gotten to through pushing boxes to a certain ledge. But again, doing that is really slow, and this is a speed run and we want to go fast. So now Electric Man just needs to collect the last few coins and last collectible, and then should be finishing up Al's Toy Barn here shortly. Just the last one. Ride the skateboard to Mother Hen. We've returned her children. She is a bad mother. She doesn't take good care of her children.
Especially the one where you require hover boots to get to.
100% agree. And then we're going to be running to Al's office, which is where the puzzle token is. This actually involves a little bit of RNG. Let me find my wording here. The locks that are on the drawers need to be shot with the discs that we unlocked. And the drawers, their cycling is RNG, so it can be really annoying. Okay.
There we go.
Sometimes the drawers open in not good patterns and can really just screw your run over pretty easily. But it looks like the drawers were rather good. And now, oh, that's right. We need to finish the race. We need to talk to this guy again.
Yep.
So that we can get to the race token and then finish up the level. One of the only levels that doesn't end on a coin token or a collectible token. Fun fact.
Yep.
And that completes Al's Toy Barn. One of the best soundtracks in the game.
Yep.
So if you like that soundtrack. So next we have my least favorite level, Alice Spaceland. There's nothing rather difficult about this level. I'm just really bad at it for some reason. I guess the more simple it is, the harder it is for me. But first off, a little bit of RNG, one of the few parts. This claw machine, fun fact, the token inside the claw machine, it spawns in different locations within the crane game. And the movement of the claw is actually RNG as well, whether it moves left or right first. Well, it moves left or right first, and then front and back the second time you ground pound the button. But whether it moves in the directions you want it to move is completely up to the game. So you can get really good RNG, or you can just get really bad RNG. It doesn't lose a ton of time, it can just be really annoying. Now we're going to be collecting a few more coins here on our way to the race token, getting the green laser, because green laser is our friend for a lot of the bosses in this game, because Traveler's Tales was not great at making bosses, actually.
Except Bugs.
Except to Bug's Life. Bug's Life, they were okay. This race, basically you have to jump off of these ropes where the red part is, which is kind of the indicator to double jump to the next rope. If you miss one of the ropes, it's pretty much game over, and you have to do a walk of shame all the way back to starting the race again, which is no fun.
And there's our second LGM. You want to know what LGM stands for?
Little gummy mushrooms.
Nope. Guess try again.
Lovely green mashed potatoes. I don't know.
Okay. I'll tell you what it is. It's Little Green Men. The acronym is Little Green Men.
Little green men. Aliens. Aliens.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, bosses are terrible in this game. As you can see, he just mashed the boss. Not mashed, you just have to hold down the fire button for the green laser to mash. And then the boss was easily beatable. Yeah. There is a lot more to that boss, but yeah. Taking advantage of some non-existent textures, but collision still exists. Normally there are some buzz boxes that are supposed to be there. They actually exist in the N64 version, but for some reason the textures don't exist in any of the other versions, but the textures don't exist, but the collision still exists. Guess it was just an oversight by the devs.
Yep. Probably.
So now we're going to be returning all of the LGMs, Little Green Men, to the mothership and collecting the collectible token.
Not to brag, but I golded Spaceland.
Oh, let's go. Very nicely. How big of a gold?
Not too big, much, but that's enough. All right.
Toy Barn Encounter. This is actually my personal favorite boss because it actually has a little bit of depth to it. But we're also going to be taking advantage of the dizzy strats I was talking about. So he charged up the dizzy, excuse me, the dizzy spin. And you can see Buzz has that like dizzy animation, which allows us to move during the cutscene. Normally when you hit the boss, Buzz will just stay in place and you can't move and you have to watch this cutscene. But because of the dizzy animation, you can move during the cutscene, which is actually really cool. You don't remember that spaceship in Toy Story 2. You know, there's actually a lot of things in this game I don't remember from the movie at all. That's why I always say this game is loosely based on the Toy Story 2 movie.
My spin jumps are not like humming. My spin button is slowly but surely breaking.
Got to get new button pads. And then just firing down the last few shots of the boss. And that's Toy Bar Encounter. My personal favorite boss level of the game. Followed by probably the most boring and least liked level in this game.
And I call it an
Elevator hop.
RNG. I call it a RNG nightmare.
Yes, it is. It is quite awful. So a little skip here. Normally, that little rope right there, you have to go all the way around and zip line over to the collectible, but we can actually just jump from where Electric Man jumped and get to the first collectible and Potato Head's foot rather quickly, which I mentioned them earlier. This is where we get the grappling hook, which is unlocked in this level, which you actually need to progress in this level because we can't get to any tokens until we unlock the grappling hook in this level, which is the only level that does this, where you need an unlockable to actually move on in the game.
Luckily, it's like available from that level. It was like, wait, I have to go to another level to unlock this?
Mm-hmm. So now, just gotta keep making our way. This level is very vertical. So just have to make our way through these vent shafts to get up to where our first token is in the game. Praise for the 30 FPS win. We love 30 FPS fans.
Yep.
Fun fact, on the PC version, the runs at 60 FPS, and the wind it actually blows a lot harder. So skipping the fan cycles is much more difficult. This puzzle here.
Bad rat.
Yes, the mice in this level, this one and another one are two of the worst parts. These mice can just like juke you sometimes or be in bad position. Thankfully, it looks like the wall mouse was in good position. But going back to the puzzle token, that puzzle is actually the same every single time. It is the two buttons, the second, you push the third button and then the second button each time. And the puzzle token opens up the gate and then it starts up the elevators. And
very good.
Good
Love
RNG here. The cycles can be kind of funky in this level. Thankfully, it looks like the cycles are going to be good. But he's jumping on specific colored platforms to be able to get the fastest cycle. So it was the yellow platform, the light blue platform, and then this top purple platform to get to where the boss arena is. And like I said, Traveler's Tales was not good at making bosses. Green laser is our best friend. Kill the boss, grab the token.
That normally was whole heart.
Oh,
A little
okay.
bit sketchy.
Got the ledge grab. Will he make it? UK made it. So now we're going to be doing the race token. During this race, we don't want to fall down some of the pits, the vent pits here. Otherwise, it will shoot him into the middle area, which will cancel the race. So he'll be jumping over those, collecting some of the coins, which the movement can be kind of funky on your first couple playthroughs of this game. Typical sliding movement. And then this one, yeah, this is the one we want to fall down, collect a couple coins. And then, fun fact about this race, there's no rubber banding for this token at all. It always gets to the bottom at the same time, unfortunately. So we have no real way of making this race token go any faster. So now we're going to be going up to the mother mouse, who is terrible, as well as just like the mother hen, letting her children just run wild.
I just forgot I needed one more I'll get one.
There's-
Too. I'll get one.
I was gonna say, I think you have some in the final room yet.
Yeah, speaking of coins, do we have any donations?
Unfortunately, no donations at the moment. But if we've got time, I can read about the charity.
Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, go for it.
So this event, we are raising money for To Write Love on Her Arms. They are a non-profit movement dedicated to presenting hope and finding help for people struggling with depression, addiction, self-injury, and suicide. So quite an amazing charity, and we are very glad to be raising money for them.
Yeah, definitely a good cause, for sure. So we are now back in Alleys and Gullies, because we need to go and collect the last 4 tokens in this level, because now we have the grappling hook unlocked. We can actually progress and get to the part of the rest of the level and collect the rest of the tokens in the level. So this area has just one single collectible that we needed to get. We're going to be collecting little duckies, little rubber duckies. They're so cute.
And then is that at our job as well?
Yes.
You said.
Bad parenting is the theme of this game. This is where we need the grappling hook. It allows us to get up to this area, which includes 2 collectibles that we'll be getting, and then also we'll be getting up to the boss area as well, which before I started speedrunning this game, I didn't even know the boss of this level existed. So I must not have gotten to this portion of the level when I was a child. The zip lines, you have to be very careful on those zip lines. You can see the electrical current that runs down them. If those hit you while you're on them, it's pretty much game over, and you're probably going to fall all the way down the level and have to start over. So now we're going to be entering the boss area. This one has we didn't get the green laser for this one because it's a little bit out of the way, but we have specific movement and shooting to be able to easily get down the boss. Just missed the token grab there, unfortunately, but
Very close one.
still a really good boss fight, though. Executed very well. So now we're going to be jumping over to get this collectible, who is in jail. We call him the jail duck.
The jail duck. I should call him that in my stream tonight.
And then we're going to be heading to the market area. Collecting a bunch more coins. The last couple collectibles. Umbrella jump here. That is actually kind of a tough jump to do early on, but normally you have to do some extra platforming to get on top of these umbrellas, but speedrun strats. And we're going to be going over to the hidden puzzle token over here on top of the trash can. It's a trash token. And then getting the last collectible here, and then should be collecting the last few coins and then heading out of this level. This level is actually a lot nicer when you do 2 visits. Single visit can be rather awful because you have to jump off a small shadow box to do single visit, but that's all right.
Yep. I'm gonna kill a plane just for fun.
How could you? That plane.
Oh yeah, we'll be seeing a plane later on. Wink,
Oh,
wink.
okay. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. I see what you're doing. And then returning the collectibles to the ducky and collecting it. Next, we have my personal favorite level with the best soundtrack in the game. Al's Penthouse. If you know the theme, whistle along to it. It's
Yes,
great.
yes.
I
I'll be
love this
whistling along right
level.
now. Yes, I have a beautiful voice.
I love this soundtrack. So we're going to be taking advantage of another shadow box here and something called a buffer jump, which I have not mentioned yet.
Yeah, you saw
A
it
buffer
at
jump.
Elizabeth.
Yeah, a buffer jump essentially is you're going to do a double jump, and after the double jump, you're going to hold a third A press, or I guess in this instance, X button press, whatever your jump button is of choice. And as soon as Buzz hits the next piece of ground he can jump off of, he will immediately jump off of it. Windowsill jump. We love this jump in this game.
Yep.
Ledge grabbing is funny in this game. It can be very finicky. Thankfully, we were able to get that ledge grab onto that table first try. It can be really annoying.
I did line myself up. I did line myself up just to see if I could get myself in the correct position, which costs a little bit of time, but it's more worth it.
So yeah, fun fact about that boss, you saw Electric Man shoot a charged laser shot at the boss before the boss fight started. That actually counted towards the boss taking damage. Now you might be asking yourself, why didn't you just keep doing that and kill the boss before the boss fight?
Because you can't. Because you can only do it.
Yes. Whatever the very first hit you give the boss in terms of laser, if it's a red laser, which is the weakest shot, it'll take that amount of damage. So doing the fully charged laser shot is ideal because it takes that full amount of damage. But why it only does it once, we're not quite sure. Because funny game.
Yep. Maybe during the remaster we'll... Oh, really? Yeah, maybe during the remaster we'll probably like patch that out so that he doesn't take damage at all. Regardless,
I don't know what this remaster is you're talking about. You speak in myths, sir. Did Disney announce something that I'm unaware of?
Oh. Like the time they announced Toy Story characters at the new like Disney Animal Crossing game?
Oh yeah. Oh, sorry. Anyways, toilet jump.
And one of the hardest shadow boxes in the game besides the Al's Toy Bar in the corner jump event.
Yeah, so this jump is called the Drought Strat. Specifically because normally you need to flood Al's bathroom with water to make the sponges become platforms for you. But fun fact about this jump specifically, someone in the community had posted a Let's Play of Toy 2 and the community noticed that someone hit a shadow box on some shelving in Andy's house. And that got the community thinking. And shoutouts to Lance, our resident glitch hunter, for finding this shadow box, which allows us to skip basically the whole bathroom and save a ton of time.
Yeah, it's much harder on this version of the game. But I ain't gonna give up. Not giving up. That was it. Oh, come on, that was it. What? It's just...
Like I said, ledge grabbing is finicky in this game.
Yep.
Hopefully we can get it here soon. There it is.
Ugh.
So yeah, that basically allows us to skip the whole bathroom platforming sequence and flooding Al's bathroom, thus saving him the insurance hassle. And yeah, just save a bunch of time. So now we need to collect Bullseye's 5 horseshoes because apparently he has 5 legs.
No, it's more like a spare tire.
If you think about it too long, you'll understand the joke. But yeah, 5 horseshoes for his 5 legs. and we'll get the race token. And now we're going to enter Al's kitchen. Kind of just collecting the last few collectible, or the last collectible and the last few coins here, and we're gonna return it to a very scary looking Jesse.
Yep.
We're gonna be doing a skip here off of the door frame there, basically allowing us to skip doing a whole round, going around the whole kitchen, doing useless platforming. And then, yes, returning the critters to a very scary looking Jessie because her critters are lost and they are now found.
Yeah, I love how she says, "Go think critters!"
And
I was like, no,
collecting
Jesse,
the
I want
last
to
few
scare your
coins.
critters in front of your creepy face.
Excuse me. So yeah, that's Al's penthouse, my personal favorite level in the game. And now we have... I'm not sure what to call Zurg anymore. Is it Buzz's father? Is it Buzz Lightyear? I don't know. Lightyear ruined my canon. Mid-movie. So now, fun fact about Zurg. The only damage that Zurg can take is from spin attacks. Just gonna be chasing Zurg around, doing spin attacks. On the PC version, we have to do a specific strat by trapping Zurg in a corner because on 60 FPS, Zurg is actually impossible to catch. So we have to corner him specifically so we can actually do damage to him on the PC version. Spoilers, yes, I know. If you haven't seen it yet,
It's on Disney Plus.
It is on Disney
highly
Plus.
recommend it.
But yeah, mid-movie. Anyways, airport infiltration. I just called it Al's infiltration. Airport infiltration is a specific kind of special. Yeah, we'll get to reasonings for that here soon. So a nice skip there off the pole. Basically, it saves us from having to go all this platforming, but the other way. There is a little bit of a faster way, which requires a shadow box, but no one likes that way because hard. Don't at me.
And I don't think that shadow box is available like globally. I think it's N64 only.
It's actually on PC. I'm pretty sure it's actually on all versions. I think all the shadow boxes are universal. It's just how easily they're doable is up to the game, I guess.
Or the version.
Yeah. Oh!
Okay. We're fine,
Nice.
guys. We're fine. We are fine. We're safe, guys. Guys, we're fine.
So
That could have gone a
collecting
lot
the-
worse.
yes. Getting the collectible, which is the only thing we needed up there, but needed. Triangle jump here allows us to skip some platforming.
Yeah, not intended, by the way.
Yep. And then we're going to be collecting Potato Head's luscious red lips there.
His mouth.
Sometimes we just don't want to return them because Potato Head is just really loud. But we have to because this is 100%, and in every version we actually have to collect it.
Ranger, Universe Protection Unit.
Gonna be doing another skip here. Normally you need the hover shoes to get to the puzzle token, but with some nice platforming and jumping, we don't need the hover shoes to get to the puzzle token. And now we're going to be going and fighting the actual villain of the movie, Stinky Pete. But the reason we visited the Rocket Room first is because we actually need the hover shoes to get to Stinky Pete. So gonna return those bouncy boots, or the lips to get the bouncy boots. the hover shoes. Basically, how the hover shoes work is as long as there's like ground a specific distance away from you, and you hold the jump button, Buzz will keep going upward. And if you get too high, he'll hit like a specific height and just kind of hover up there. But that's the unlockable we need to get to Stinky Pete.
Quickly, we have received 2 donations. If I'm able to.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
So Anonymous donated $5 with no message, so thank you for that. And Anonymous donated $10 and wants to know if you can give us your best Tim Allen voice saying to infinity and
To
beyond.
infinity
Oh.
and beyond. Yeah, I can easily do it.
Oh man, you're really gonna make me do this. To infinity and beyond. That's terrible.
Thank you.
So we are now doing the race token here. Yeah, the race token. That's what I'm thinking. The strongman needs all of his barbells because the dude has five arms, right? No. Basically, with a lot of these, it's just 5 collectibles. Return them to the whatchamacallit, the collectible or the race token. But we're also going to be returning the collectible in the meantime because we do get a lot of extra time.
Yeah, because I did a text storage, which allows me to move whilst starting out that, which allows me to get both the collectible and coin tokens whilst getting the puzzle token. It's not a run kill if you don't get it, but it's very cool.
I was unaware of this. Surprise to me. Yeah. Now we're gonna be. I guess this is the. I got everything all mixed up now. That is the last token. I was a little lost there for a second, but yes, that's airport infiltration.
Now we're on to the worst level for me in this category. And 80%, it's
Yes.
fine, but 100%,
Yeah.
no. It's a
Yeah,
lot
this-
of trouble. Yes, pun intended.
Yeah. So Electric Man mentioned a plane earlier. This is the plane we were referencing. We're going to be getting onto the plane, which will allow us to get to the boss token here. It also has our first collectible of the level. Oh, dear.
Are you serious? Oh,
That's actually not good, very bad.
what a awful start. Okay,
So-
okay, I'm gonna try like a long. Okay, so I'm gonna do like something that.
Improv.
Yeah, I'm gonna do an improv. So I'm gonna grab this one way earlier than I expect. So.
So yeah,
I'm gonna
normally
be
what's
supposed to be killing a few more enemies, and I'm gonna try to do a tricky strat on top of it, while also
Yeah.
getting that. Alright, I need a line up for it. I haven't done this in so long. Yeah, I haven't done it in so long. Ugh, I haven't done this in so long.
I would almost say
There we go. Like I said, it's been a long time since I did that. So, it's so unfortunate. And rip whoever's inside that plane, because it can just keep spinning round and round and round.
so. During this boss fight, we're actually going to be taking advantage of that dizzy strat I mentioned earlier, because Electric Man's going to do something called text storage. This is going to allow him to hopefully store the text of the token here. Excellent. Shoutouts to Spaghetti for helping us find a consistent setup for text storage. This is going to set up a big skip in this level to basically skip the whole race token which I'll explain when we get to the race token. So every time you grab a token, there's a text box that asks you if you want to keep playing or exit the level. With text storage, essentially we're storing that text box, and it allows us to do a couple really cool skips in different categories. The main one in this category is to skip the race token here. Because with this race token, you have to run this big maze, and you can't touch any of the green goo that's there, and you can't jump either. Otherwise, the race cancels. That's why this text storage is so huge, because it saves roughly 45 seconds in having to do that whole race throughout the game.
Well, that should be the
Was
easiest.
huge.
Shadow box in the game. Yes, the tire jump tractor is the easiest shadow box in the game. Don't at me.
So this puzzle here is actually RNG. The lighting on the lights varies. We do have a cheat sheet which includes all 11 of the answers to the various puzzles. So we either memorize it, or if you know how to do the puzzle, you can kind of look at it and easily be like, this is the pattern for the puzzle specifically. Also, there's a cutscene that plays for the puzzle token of the helicopter lowering down. If that cutscene doesn't play in a run, we actually don't. It's actually an unverifiable run.
But the repeated one, it
require
does not
that.
matter because it plays infinitely. I'm not joking.
But
It
there
plays-
is another fun fact. With text storage, we actually found a way in any percent to get a text storage and then exit the level. And then when we exit the level, there's a To Infinity and Beyond animation that plays where Buzz shoots into the sky, and we use that to actually get to the token. But that's for any percent. This is 100%. Going to be collecting the last few coins here and returning it to Mr. Hamilton, getting the coin token, and then going over, collecting the last collectible, which is nearby, and then returning that to the little tykes that require our luggage.
Hey, I got the special one where I just go. Yeah, the PS1 version is a little bit weird, but.
Oh, excuse me.
Alright.
So now we have all 50 of our Pizza Planet tokens and all 5 unlockables. And now we can go to the final showdown, or Prospector Showdown as the load screen likes to call it.
Yep.
And this boss is, I'm just gonna say it, this boss is lame. There's not much to it.
Yeah.
We just spin attack.
Yeah, it's pretty easy as well.
So we're basically inside the plane, and there's a big open empty area. It feels like there was supposed to be more with this boss fight, but maybe they ran out of time. But time will be coming up on the last hit.
Yep, I'll call it because I have real time. And that's time. And we save Woody, Jesse, and I'm just gonna play the final cutscene because it's so funny. And I would love you to see this. I mean, not this cutscene, but this one.
Woody and Jesse and Bullseye aren't going to Japan. Yay!
Yep. And guess what? Buzz gets
Danny.
And Buzz gets his first love with Jesse.
Just want to say you're bright
We
young
love
woman with a
Jesse.
Beautiful
Yep.
yarn full of hair. A hair full
She
of
has a
yarn.
beautiful
Is,
hair full of yarn.
Yep.
I
Let's
must
go.
Aren't you the sweetest space toy
He
I've
is
ever
the sweetest
met?
space ranger.
Yep.
What's that? Bark, bark. This fella says he needs to go out back for a little private time.
That critter needs help!
That critter needs help.
Oh, and then Buzz ching. Love that.
Haha.
All right.
Hidden jokes in a child's movie.
Yep. Yep, that's it. That's the whole entire game. Thermal, do you have any closing thoughts? I would love to save mine for later.
I absolutely love and adore this game. If anyone is interested, we have a lot of people that would love to help you learn this game. We have a Discord, all the works. So yeah, if you're interested, join the Discord, and we'd love to see you there.
Yeah, and my closing thoughts too is that I absolutely recommend picking up this game. It's on PS5, PS4. Just go get it. It's like $6. So you're paying good money for a very good game. Even though it can be buggy sometimes, I personally love that. Or if you want PC and 64, go for it. Just don't get Drain Gas. That's the least.
30-second load times, no joke.
Yep, the 30-second load times. That's almost thought to go 6 levels of load times.
Someone has just asked, would love to learn this game. Where's the Discord?
Yeah, it should be in the speedrun.com link. It should be on the Discord icon. Perfect. Thank you, Spirit. And thank you to all the members of the Toy Story 2 speedrun community. And I also like to thank Thermal Square for helping commentate, because it's the, once again, focus heavy run. So it's going to do it. Do we do To Infinity and Beyond again? Yeah. To infinity.
To infinity
And beyond!
and beyond!
Thank you both very much. So up next we do have a stream restart, so it'll be just a few minutes there. And then following that, Superliminal by Pathetic or Paragon. So we'll see you guys very soon. Thank you.